Yeah, this is going to be a video on how to take out the ignition lock cylinder on a Chrysler Sebring. First, you want to actually remove the ground cable, because what happens, well, you're dealing with by the steering column, and you got airbags and stuff, so you want to do that first. Okay, so the battery's disconnected, and if you do that, you might as well clean all it. Well, this has been cleaned several times. So next is to go by the steering column and unscrew the plastic around there. Now on the steering column, there's I already got it loose. There's two screws, one down. Well, there it is, one out. I already loosened them up, and one here. Let's see if we. Oh, you can see them. Here's a wheel. There's one screw here, and there's one screw right there. So on that side and that side, on the bottom, on the plastic. So one of them fell out. Then you take this plastic thing off. Now I got the covers off, the wheel, which is easy. There's only two screws. You can see them right down there. That's the bottom one with the key, They just come off, and if you got the tilt wheel, probably best to tilt the wheel down so you could take the top one off a little easier because of this little lip. But now, if you're looking, what you have to do is you have to put the key in the run position. And this is on a convertible, not the coupe. I think the coupe you got to put it in the accessory position. But there's a little button down here. If you can see that right here. Right there, you press this in the screwdriver while you're pulling out the key while it's in the run position, and the whole thing comes out. And I had to put the camera down, but basically it's a little pin. You can see it right there on the end, right there. It's actually sticking out the bottom through this body right here, and you have to have the key in the run position. So in other words, you have to have a key to get the ignition lock out. And actually this key works by the chip that's inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this lock out really good because it's sticking a little bit, and put some graphite in it and reinstall it. So that should be the deal. Anyway, so if you ever have to change your ignition lock, so there's no problem with changing, like in other words, the one problem is, say for instance, you change this lock, you have to reprogram your key. But if you have the old key programmed and it's right next to the new key and you change the lock, it would still work. Because actually what's making this thing work with the Sentry alarm system is the microchip in here. The key is actually, if you had a key for this car, it would only run for about 5 seconds. But I had the problem with the lock cylinder sticking. Actually, I took out 2 of the tumblers before, but what I'm going to do this time is, it sticks once in a while, a little bit. It's going to once in a while it does it. What I'm going to do is just clean it out with electromotive cleaner, really good, and go ahead and lube it up with, I think I'm going to use a special type of blue gun oil. It's some kind of special stuff. It's not actually ordinary gun oil. It's probably better than Teflon, and that should really suffice. And just a couple tips. Like, this lock cylinder is not sticking too much, but you don't want to use WD-40 on a lock cylinder. You want to use something like graphite. Before I take this thing and have the lube on it, what I got I got it in a glass jar. That's the device in there. It's soaking in electronic cleaner. It's something that's not a lubricant, and I'm going to use the air compressor and blow it out a couple times. But actually, this is what I'm going to use: Dylan Blue Max oil with Teflon, which is a high quality type gun oil that does not attract any dirt. See, the problem is with this type of stuff, it attracts dirt. Graphite doesn't attract dirt, but I'm thinking this is even better. Now what I did before was I actually took a couple of the tumblers out, but one of them sticks now just a little tiny bit. Sometimes I might have to smack the column, then it turns, you know. Does it once in a blue moon, but I'm figuring I'm just going to clean it up really good. If it doesn't work, I'll take another one of the tumblers out, but this is the right way to clean the lock. You know, if you're having a problem with the thing sticking, you can take the tumblers out, but you don't want to do that. Use the right cleaner. Don't use this stuff. You want to get it like where there's no oil on it, and use like a graphite. And I'm going to try this. This, I know, like with guns, like if you're out in a sandy environment, stuff like that, it does not attract dirt, and it stays on there no matter what. So that's what it's going to get lubed with, that stuff. Anyway, that's it. So that's how you take out the ignition lock, and usually we're taking that out because the key's sticking or something, you know, like when you're trying to turn it and you want to clean it up, right? Okay, over now.